Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe. It's Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, stroke finance, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So we're going to do this week your week ahead reading. We're looking at the 8th through to the 14th of June 2020. For your reading, guys, the cards that we are using are the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Those cards will be looking at your general situation for the week. We're looking at the Light Seers Tarot for your career, and the Tarot Grand Lux for Love by Chiara Marchetti. For spiritual advice, we're using my Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Really love this deck. Okay, sit back, guys, and enjoy. Oh, hi there. So we're talking to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Going to do your week ahead reading now. It's the 8th to the 14th of June 2020. Looking at the general area, we use the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. For your career, we use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And for love, we're using the Tarot Grand Lux by Chiara Marchetti. Okay, let's get started. Alright, Taurus, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a quick look at your reading. Let's have a look at what the general message is for the week. Okay, the Ten of Wands, you know, there's a lot of struggles here. I mean, this card means so many things. This card can mean embarrassment. It can mean to protect yourself from an attack, for example, with the Ten of Wands, especially if the Eight of Wands is coming towards you. The Ten of Wands means to persevere, and also it's a card, it's 10, so 10s mean the ending of a situation. With the Ten of Wands, it would be the ending of a difficult situation with that Ten of Wands, the ending of a stressful situation. What have you got next? Yeah, I'm seeing an ending of a situation, and I'm seeing if you've been struggling with something here, I think it's just going to suddenly come to an end with this Tower, okay? Because I think that with the Tower energy, with the Ten of Wands energy here, where we're seeing this huge push to achieve a goal, which is often the Ten of Wands as well. We're seeing somebody who's carrying a hell of a lot of, and actually the wands represent career as well. So sometimes with the Ten of Wands, you could be doing a hell of a lot of work. Sometimes, though, this is an interesting one as well. If you get the Ten of Wands, it can mean that somebody's trying to conceal something, and the Tower could mean that the cover is blown. So somebody's cover in the Ten of Wands could be blown with the Tower. Let's have a look at the next one. The Strength card. I think that you're going to need to have strength here, because I actually feel that this is about a cover being blown. It just makes me feel that way when I look at it. I think the universe is trying to advise you that there's something that's going to come out here, maybe between the 8th and the 14th of June. Looks like somebody's cover is about to be blown, and you really are going to need to have a lot of control. Because if you think about it, if this Ten of Wands, think about it, Ten of Wands is the cover and it's blown. And say, for example, you get strength and you get the Lion, which is kind of the angry part of strength, and the woman needing to keep the Lion under control. This could be a cover is blown, there's a need for control. So this could be a secret that's coming out with those two cards. There's a need to have a bit of self-control here. I'm just getting some form of an argument here. Page of Swords, an argument with the Page of Swords energy showing here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So some form of information here with this Page of Swords. It's interesting, whenever I see the Page of Swords looking out on a card, it looks like it wants to hit it. It feels like you're being aggravated here, though, with these two cards. It feels like a cover is being blown. There's a need to have some self-restraint around this. Feels like you might be aggravated or even taunted with that Page of Swords energy. But you know what it feels like with the Wheel of Fortune? It feels like this too shall pass. Because the wheel is cyclical. So the wheel often goes from one phase to the other. So, you know, you might be going through a... And I just get here that because there's a cover that's going to be blown here for some of you guys, and this may be you, Taurus, the need to have a bit of self-restraint in this energy here. Maybe somebody's trying to goad you. Because can you see the sword? See how the sword is about to hit in on the ass of the lion? Sorry, can you see that? Look at that. See how the page is about, can you see where he's looking? He's looking towards the lion, I think, or he's looking towards strength, looking towards both. So either way, that sword swings. If the sword swings in on strength, which is the lady will jolt and she'll let go of the lion. If the sword swings in on the lion's going to jolt and the lady's going to lose control. So it looks like somebody's trying to, you know, aggravate you through words. Somebody's trying to get you to do something here, and that's why I think you need to control yourself. There's going to be a need for this self-control showing here, okay, because I get somebody going to try and aggravate. And also, if there isn't something about a cover being blown, then I think that you're right up to that place now. There's a completion stage here, and something is just going to pop off, because we've got the Ten of Wands, and the Tens are the ending of the cycle. So this cycle of struggle is at an end. And finally, because some of you guys may have been struggling against kind of like losing it with the Tower energy, but it feels like this is at an end and suddenly things pop off and there is a need for self-restraint here. But also, if we were to read it another way, thinking about it, if you've been trying to push against that Tower, you can see the Ten of Wands guy here is pushing against this Tower. The Tower is about to let go. This is anger with the Tower. It's ruled by Mars. Anger and everything coming out, war and fights and things like that. So some of you guys probably, I think the universe, more than likely, this is that the universe is trying to advise you generally this week that if you have been struggling with the Ten of Wands, it may be, and you're struggling against literally. So there's three cards actually here that are talking about the need to have a bit of self-restraint. Number one, the Ten of Wands and Tower. Both cards representing somebody who's been struggling against the Tower, struggling against, you know, losing their temper, really kind of popping off and just letting it all go. But the need for self-restraint here, because I think that some of you guys are being taunted, perhaps by somebody. I think the Page of Swords is the taunter. I think this is the person that's been trying to make you lose your temper here. I think that some of you guys are being provoked by somebody in this reading, to be perfectly honest with you. Because I think that you've been fighting against, with that Ten of Wands energy, really kind of letting go and, you know, letting your rage come out with that Tower energy showing there, Taurus. But I think that you're going to need to have a bit of self-restraint here, because this person's trying to aggravate you into letting go. There's somebody here who's trying to provoke you into it, okay? I think you need to stand strong with the strength energy, and you need to kind of exercise a bit of self-restraint. Because I think with the Wheel of Fortune energy that this too will pass, all right? So you need to keep on saying to yourself, this too will pass. It's not going to last. Your career, oh, please don't let me be... okay, I keep doing this. I keep putting things reversed down when they're not meant to be reversed. Especially when I don't have any, because I've just cleansed this deck and put everything in the upright. So I know that there shouldn't be any reversals in this. Yeah, and I should be checking the cards when I'm laying them down. Okay. So for career, let's get the first card. So the Temperance card. Temperance is all about patience and waiting for things to come together, with the Temperance energy showing here. This can also be cooperation and collaboration with others. The Eight of Coins energy. I feel with the Temperance energy in terms of work, because this is the Eight of Coins energy. So the Eight of Coins is about work, and it's about learning, and it's about kind of putting effort into a situation. Let's have a look at the next one. Two of Wands shows up here. So the Two of Wands is actually starting off a new enterprise. She doesn't look like she's doing much on this card though, does she? Because she looks like she's just sitting back and watching the world go by. But the Two of Wands in terms of career would be about initiating a new path, starting a new enterprise. So some of you guys may be working on a new enterprise here. And I think with the Temperance card, it's telling you that it's going to be a bit of trial and error here, because Temperance is trial and error, really. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get two energies to work together as one, water and fire, usually with Temperance. So I think with the water and fire energy and trying to get everything kind of to gel and mold together and everything to kind of balance itself out, I think the universe is trying to tell you, Taurus, that, you know, it's a bit of trial and error here, okay? You guys, Eight of Coins energy, there's going to be a bit of trial and error, because you're working towards, I think, starting this new enterprise. So if you're working towards Eight of Coins starting a new enterprise, it's a bit of trial and error here, and there's going to be a need for some patience with Temperance showing there. All right, so Two of Wands energy, we've got the Chariot. So this is all about moving forward with the Chariot energy showing here. The Two of Cups energy. Two of Cups is usually an agreement here. Okay, so before moving towards agreeing, so it's almost like before you put the you take action, or you start to put the kind of wheels in motion concerning an agreement or a contract here, I think it's telling you that you need to test the waters. All right, I'm actually getting here that with this Two of Wands energy, because the Two of Wands energy, it does represent starting a new enterprise. Okay, and with the Eight of Coins energy, you may be working and focusing and doing a bit of kind of background research and stuff like that. You're really learning the ropes with the Eight of Coins. You're working towards starting this new enterprise. But I think it's telling you that you need to test the waters before moving towards a contract or agreeing or working in a partnership. It feels like there's a new partnership in work. So it's almost like it's saying to you, I think, Capricorn, before you move towards this new contract or this new partnership here, I think that you need to kind of test the waters a bit with the Temperance energy. Okay, so while you're working on this new enterprise, I think you need to test the waters with the Temperance energy. You need to have a bit of patience in that before moving towards this partnership. So it's almost like it's trying to give you a bit of advice that there's a potential to work in a partnership with someone on a new project, because the Eight of Coins can be a new project, but for me this is working on a new enterprise. Okay, some of you guys are focusing on working on a new enterprise, okay, but you need to have a bit of patience before you move towards kind of sealing the deal, I guess, with the Two of Cups, the shaking hands on this new enterprise. So before you start working in partnership with somebody on this new enterprise, test those waters first with the Temperance energy that's showing there. Okay, be patient, wait, and just test the waters. Make sure that this enterprise, it's not so much about the enterprise not working, it's more about the person that you'll be working with. So I just feel that you need to kind of test the waters a little bit if you can before you actually seal the deal and sign on the dotted line. Let's have a quick look at love then finally, Taurus. Four of Swords, often this means withdrawal with the Four of Swords energy in terms of a relationship. I'm just seeing withdrawal and detachment with the High Priestess showing here in terms of love for some of you Taurians. Okay, yeah, and there's some separation here with the Three of Swords, heartbreak and separation with the Three of Swords energy showing here. Now that's you, the Taurus, King of Coins energy, but for some of you guys there could be a separation with this individual here. Okay, or that could be you because that's a Taurus card. Oh, so that was you and that's them. Okay, I'm seeing separation between you and somebody else here, unfortunately. Okay, I feel that the love reading then for the 8th to the 14th of June is talking about the need for you guys now to do some healing here with the Four of Swords. I think it's because we already know that there's separation here, so we don't need to go down the detachment route there with the Four of Swords. I think there's a need to do some healing here and probably some inner work with the High Priestess, okay? And I also feel that you need to try and rise above your heartbreak because the High Priestess is ruled by Pisces and Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet of spiritual awakening and alleviation and rising above all of those earthly things that we experience so harshly on a day-to-day basis. So I think there's a need for healing, and that healing will come through, I think, with the High Priestess. Some self-reflection as well. Probably the need to self-reflect on what caused the division in the relationship between you, King of Coins, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, that's Taurus, between you, the King of Coins, and the Queen of Cups. And I think that the reason why you need to do a bit of self-reflection with that High Priestess as well is simply because the both of you were ready for it, and you both made an excellent pair. The Pentacles and Cups work well together because water nourishes earth. So really the water of the Queen of Cups should have nourished you as an individual. This should have kind of fortified you and helped to nourish you and build you up and nurture you and all of those good things. Also, the King of Coins is very loyal as an individual, very committed and loyal in relationships. And the Queen of Cups is very loving and very giving in relationships, okay? And the King sometimes, because he or she works so hard, they need the nourishment and the love and the care and the comfort of a partner to help them within their daily tasks and within their work and the things that they've got to do. So you seem to have made a really good pair with whoever this person was. That's you and that's that person there. And I think, Taurus, you made a really good combination with this individual. And I just think the universe is saying that it's a real shame. And in order to do a bit of healing over this, there's a need with this High Priestess to do a bit of inner reflection yeah, definitely I would call that probably a bit more in a reflection on what went wrong within the relationship between you and this person. Because to be perfectly honest with you, the way that I'm seeing it, Taurus, I don't think anything really should have gone wrong in this relationship, because you were both very, very, for me, when I look at the Pentacles and the Cups, looking at the both of you side by side, look, both very receptive, you willing to put your coin into this person's cup, and this person was willing to take it as well. This person was willing to take the seed, you were willing to give it. You know, you were willing to give everything, and this person was willing to take it. They were willing to absorb it and take it. This person was receptive to what you had to offer, and you were willing to give it to this individual, because the cup is open and there's your pentacle ready to put into the cup. So I just feel that this was a really good pairing between you and an individual here, Taurus. But for some reason, it didn't work out with the Three of Swords showing there. And there's been a lot of heartbreak and disappointment. And I think that now is the time, you know, during this week really, and going forward, just to take a bit of a break, time out. And both cards really are to really just take some time out and do a bit of inner reflection on what went wrong in the relationship, because it really shouldn't have gone wrong. All right, so let's have a look at the spiritual advice. The spiritual advice is you did it. And this says, hooray, success is here or just around the corner. You've worked hard and your efforts are paying off. Congratulate yourself and truly savor your fantastic victory. Just remember that success comes in cycles, so we can't be at the top of our game 24/7. We succeed, celebrate, rest, renew, and succeed again. Know where you are in this journey. You did it before and you'll do it again and again. Fantastic reading. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, Taurus. If you like your own private reading, just click on the link in the comments section below or in the end screen. Have a great day, great week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.